Breaking right now at 11, flash floods in Greensboro are going back down. Just 2 hours ago, folks said Gate City and Elm looked more like a swimming pool than an intersection. The pop-up storm brought lots of lightning and heavy rain, dumping more than 3 inches in some spots of Guilford County. And we're still getting reports of several trees knocked down, like this one that fell across Grayland Street. Right now, about 1,000 customers are without power in Greensboro. Duke Energy hopes to have their lights back on within the next hour. During the worst of the storm, meteorologist Claire Fry went live on our streaming app WFMY Plus to help protect you. That bad weather only lasted a couple of hours, but boy, Claire, it packed a punch. Tonight's storm gave many flashbacks to last Sunday's floods. What a difference a week can make. The floodwaters have gone down now, but the need remains high in Alamance County. Our Nixon Norman was there as the community stepped in to help today. Here's another sign of improvement from the floods. A homeowner who was trapped on his property is finally able to get out tonight. Last week, Philip Young's pond overflowed and ruined the private road to his home, his only way out. When Young posted about the ordeal online, a Good Samaritan reached out to help rebuild his bridge. How nice. Young says he expects to have much of the rebuilding done by tomorrow. And tonight, the town of Mocksville has lifted its boil water advisory. Town officials say lab results confirm the water is safe to use with no quality concerns. The advisory was first issued out of caution after low water pressure and outages caused by the storm. With the threat of more pop-up storms this week, remember you can always see the radar for free on WFMYnews2.com. Tonight, firefighters are warning you to be careful how you charge your electronics after a battery-operated device sparked while charging, causing a big house fire this morning. Graham Fire says it took 6 different departments from Alamance County to put out the blaze on Robbie Court. Everyone inside made it out safely with no injuries, but firefighters say the electronic was charging in the attached garage and that you should never leave charging items unattended. We've seen several fires like this before, like back in 2023, when 2 once-knows Tanya Rivera gave this important advice to protect you. A crime alert tonight. 1 man is dead, 2 others hurt after a shooting in Winston-Salem outside a nightclub. Police say they responded to reports of a shooting on Watown Street in front of Studio 71. 2 people went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 23-year-old Taza Woods died. Police say the shooting happened near almost 200 people, but none of the witnesses would tell detectives what happened. If you know anything, you can submit an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers. Now, this comes as police in High Point are also investigating a homicide. They say someone died on Sales Street this afternoon. At this point, they've not released the victim's name. We'll let you know when we find out more. Developing tonight, police are investigating a shooting at a church in Kentucky. 2 people from the church are dead, 2 others in the hospital in Lexington. All of this after investigators say the suspect shot a trooper during a traffic stop. One lady says she and her husband saw it all unfold outside the airport. That trooper's in the hospital right now. Police say the suspect took off going into the church and opening fire. Law enforcement killed the suspect. Today marks 1 year since then candidate Donald Trump survived an assassination attempt on the campaign trail. A new report calls the incident inexcusable and says the Secret Service did not do enough to protect President Trump. CBS News has the president's reaction from the White House. Tonight, there's a new flooding threat in Texas, almost 2 weeks after communities there were devastated by a major storm. This video is not from last week, it's from this morning. You can see new floods submerging trees and even a small building after heavy rains hit central Texas again. What you're seeing now is footage from Sulphur Creek today. Here's what we know. Areas still recovering from previous deadly flooding are experiencing road closures and new weather warnings. The National Weather Service says at least 6 inches of rain fell across the area since this morning. New flash flood warnings went out after the river rose over 33 feet in just 4 hours. Now, this video shows what one Kerr County woman woke up to this morning. Heavy downpour and streams running through her street. The video also shows heavy rain at Guadalupe Park, where a memorial stands for the victims of the July 4th flooding. The Kerr County Sheriff's Office says 161 people are still missing. But Simon Simpson from our sister station in Texas says the new flood warnings halted rescue efforts today. After historic flooding rocked our state earlier this week, health officials are warning swimmers to stay out of some state rivers. Heavy rain led to sewage overflows, like in Durham, where nearly 7 million gallons ran off into the city's Eno River. Officials say stormwater can put lots of bacteria in our waterways. 5 sites along the Neuse River in Raleigh also failed the bacteria testing. Just as gross as those murky waters is a high credit card bill. Scary too. Advice to help bring it down with one phone call after the break.